All right, so we got top 5 creepy unsolved mysteries from Westhammer. Make sure you guys follow my Twitter down below. Let's get right into it.
By the end of this video, you're gonna know everything you need to know about 5 of 40K's creepiest and most obscure mysteries.
All right,
and
here we go.
This is a franchise that is absolutely chock full of super strange things that have gone unexplained for years or sometimes even decades at a time.
Wow.
We're gonna be talking about things like an entire hive world's population that suddenly and mysteriously vanished overnight, and left behind some incredibly bizarre and unexplainable evidence to what had happened. A terrifying black star that shows up out of nowhere, and everyone who sees it turns into a fanatical raving cultist.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Just like I took my first dive into Warhammer, what, about 4 or 5, like somewhere around like September. That was like my first like ever just dive into Warhammer. Like before I reacted to like, you know, Warhammer like trailers and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Just learning more and more and more and more about Warhammer. I'm gonna just keep it completely honest with you. Not honest, honest. Bro, it wouldn't even surprise me if we heard in the next, what, 30 to 40 minutes, the nastiest, most down bad, most diabolical, most hide your book bag type stuff I've ever heard in my life. Let's enjoy.
And some super creepy ancient alien devices that grant their wielder immortality. But eternal life comes at a terrifying price.
Ugh.
We're gonna be talking about all that and a whole lot more. But before we dive headfirst into the grimdark, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've got bills to pay.
Of course!
So it's sponsor time. But what do you think it's gonna be? I'm sure you've seen a million of these segments on YouTube before.
He got bills to pay. He is paying bills. It's Westhammer, okay. He is a bill payer. I'm a bill payer too. Like, you know, everybody paying bills. It's either about this shirt that he's wearing, because I think he did make an ad read about this shirt right here. So I got 3 things. It's either about like this shirt line, right? That shirt line, his own like Warhammer type of thing, like, you know, Warhammer like builds or whatever that he's selling, or his own merch probably. I don't know.
You think it's gonna be a VPN service? Some type of food delivery, some kind of health supplement?
It's his
if
merch.
you said yes to any of those, my friend, I regret to inform you that you are in fact incorrect. It's your boy, Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey, get the bag, man. Raid Shadow Legends, man. Let me tell you something about them, man. This is one of the most legendary ad reads, man. Listen, if your favorite YouTuber ever does a Raid Shadow Legends ad, GG's, man. You know they're eating for the next what, at least 3 to 4 months. They can sit right there and not make a video for like the next 3 to 4 months. They're good, bro. Let me tell you, if you guys are not YouTubers, let me put you on some game. If you get like an opportunity from these guys, man, they like Bill Gates out here, man. Their pockets run deeper than the ocean. I promise you. Their pockets run deeper than any ocean imaginable. The Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Yeah, bro, any ocean. I don't know any other oceans, but any oceans. I promise you. Listen, when I get this Raid Shadow Legends ad read, I promise you, it's over. Man, I'm gonna put my best acting into the ad reads. But yo, shout out to Westhammer, yo. He really paying bills right now.
Raid Shadow Legends has taken the mobile gaming world by storm. With
Hey, while he does his ad read, I'm gonna catch up on some messages real quick. But yo, whenever he's done, I'm gonna put my phone down. We're good.
in-depth RPG battle system, amazing graphics, intense PvE boss battles, and literally hundreds of unique champions to collect. No matter how many new characters get added to the game, nobody forgets their first champion. And for me, that was my man Gallic. He's an absolute powerhouse who carried me through a lot of really tough fights, including a couple of wins in the arena. Not to mention helping me absolutely wreck a lot of dungeons. I've unlocked a ton of champions over the last year, but I'll never forget my battles with this guy. And if you didn't know, it's actually Raid's 4th anniversary, and there's a ton to get excited about. I'm talking dedicated offers, free gifts, promo codes, and a brand new fusion event, where you can get your hands on an anniversary-themed legendary champion. You'll also be able to take a trip down memory lane with a recap video of your stats in Raid. Oh yeah, and the next Amazon Prime drop is going to have a ton of powerful gear for the champion Genbo. It'll be available from March 2nd till March 30th, so keep your eyes open. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming to Raid, so if you haven't started playing yet, then now's the perfect time. Use my link in the description, or scan my QR code here on the screen, to get some insane bonuses. We're talking an epic champion, Kellen the Shrike, and other useful things like energy refills, magic potions, and XP brews. And since it's Raid's birthday, the gifts keep on coming. Brand new and existing players can get a bunch of free birthday gifts. Once you're in game and after clicking on the links, just enter promo code 4YearsRaid to get your hands on 4 legendary skill tomes, plus some other super useful stuff. It'll all be waiting for you right here. Big thanks to Raid for sponsoring this video. Number 5.
There we go.
Comus, the Tyrant Star.
Ugh.
Warhammer 40K is no stranger to prophecies. Now, whether they be chaotic, xenos, or even human in nature, there are tons of examples of ancient prophecies that foretell a great far-off apocalypse. One lesser known of these prophecies speaks of the engulfing darkness that will ultimately devour all of human civilization. It's detailed in a manuscript the Inquisition refers to as the Prophetica Hereticus Tenebrae. This event is said to be heralded by all manner of signs that will gradually transmute human minds and make them ready to embrace eternal darkness. The origin of the prophecy is currently a mystery to...
So was it? It's like a cult? Oh hell no! It's like a cult. I mean, bro, but that's not like the worst thing that I've heard, bro. This is Warhammer, bro. Like, we're just getting started. If you think that, like, you know, like you got like a circle of guys all wearing the same thing, like Boy Scouts, you know, just chant some, like, you know, some tongues or whatever, bro. If you think that's like the worst thing, bro, we're just getting started. I promise you.
Us as the audience, as it is said to be held within the Bastion Serpendus archives, and none but Lord Inquisitor Zerbe are permitted to study it. The Inquisition has a lot of different theories on the nature of this prophecy, some claiming that it is clearly chaotic in nature, whereas others point out that the word devour shows up pretty often in the
I'ma buy you train, go with. I'ma take you home with me. Who is this, yo? I like the bartender. Yo, she like the Undertaker, but a female. Yo, who the hell is this? Yo, I'm not one to, you know, obviously, y'all know me, bro. I don't even indulge into any sexual activity. You guys know me. To be honest with you, I'm really a virgin, to be real with you. So I don't even like I don't even involve myself into these things. But does anybody know her name? If you know her name, yo, comment it down below. Yo, you know, man, if you comment her name, man, you getting a pin, bro. Yeah, bro. Hey, you can comment her name and then put your little Instagram as like a shout out or what. Look, bro, listen, you give me her name, bro. I give you 150,000. Oh, that's too much? Okay.
text. We don't know what species penned this prophecy, but if it was the Eldar, then the word devour is used by them pretty frequently in reference to the Tyranids. Comus itself is said to be either a black sun or a halo of black flame, a herald of the encroaching darkness, represented in the text itself by, as of this moment, an unknown rune that bears a striking resemblance to the clawed foot of a bird. The symbol has never been seen in any other text, so we don't really know its origins. On one hand, we might be able to write this off as a spooky prophecy from some unknown ancient xenos species that all but certainly has gone extinct. But not so fast, as the Calexis sector has been plagued by a bizarre, reoccurring phenomena over the last century, a monstrous black sun, matching the descriptions in the text, suddenly and mysteriously appearing out of nowhere in various locations throughout the sector. No two appearances have ever been quite the same,
Oh,
but there
hell
are
no.
definitely discernible patterns that link them all together.
Bro, this don't even look appealing. Like, this looks a little scary if you ask me, bro. A black sun? Like, how do you even bro? Yo, this is like a damn nightmare, bro.
In most cases, a ghostly star emanating black flames and esoteric unknown radiations spontaneously materializes within a planetary system. The thing shines malevolently for a few days and then mysteriously vanishes without a trace. Sometimes the black star appears alongside a planet's normal one, and sometimes it eclipses it entirely. The phenomena has been documented at least 18 times, but it's believed to have occurred far more than that. Sometimes the sun showing up in far more subtle ways, like in the reflection of a wine glass, or only visible at night as a dark spot that's blacker than the night sky itself. The
Damn.
Tyrantine cabal of the Inquisition firmly
Damn, that's how black it is. Hey, y'all ever be in class? Y'all ever be in class, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this happens to everybody. Well, listen, if you got like a black friend, this happens to him, right? You guys ever be in class, right? And your class be filled up with all types of races, right? This ain't even like a racist thing, right? The class will be filled up with all types of, you know, all types of colors and shapes and sizes. Man, it's looking like a bowl of cereal. Yo, you ever, yo, your teacher ever be like, yo, Jeremy, can you turn the light off, please? You know, Jeremy, he gets up, he turns the light off. They be like, oh my God, where's Jamal? And then we all look at, because obviously Jamal is the black dude. We all look at Jamal. All we see is eyes and teeth.
Believes that the spectral sun phenomena is, without a doubt, the Tyrant Star Komos mentioned in the prophecy, as it very closely matches its description. However, there are some competing theories on what this thing actually is. Some say that it is a ghostly image of a stellar body within the immaterium trying to shine through the fabric of real space. In a similar vein, some say the star is within the warp itself and is partially translating into the physical universe, as if it is trying to find a way through. There are others still, even within the Inquisition, that claim that it is a xenos artificial construct, a weapon of unknown origins that is incomprehensible to mankind. Whatever its origins, every single time the star appears, its visitation has caused public unrest and geological instability. For months before it shows up, a planet will experience unnatural earthquakes and volcanic upsurges. The social fabric of the world will begin to deteriorate as a psychic madness infects the planet's population. There will be uncontrolled rioting, looting, and uprisings of dozens, if not hundreds, of distinct fanatical cults.
GG's.
Multitudes more psychers will either be born or become active during this time, and mutation will run rampant throughout society. The signs of the star's coming will be widespread, taking the form of bizarre yet identical birthmarks.
These things look like clickers. No, not even clickers from The Last of Us. These things look like y'all know Until Dawn, the Wendigos, like the quick Kevin Durant built things. Yo, that's what these things look like, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm gonna be like, yo, the way West Hammer just broke down like their entire world, bro. That world sounds like hell. I'm gonna just keep it completely honest with you, bro. That world sounds like hell and like itself. I promise you.
Appearing on newborns, and odd runic symbols appearing on walls without explanation. The population will begin to see the sun itself in their nightmares, and will even be haunted by unexplained visions of the sun's reflection in mirrors, pools, and puddles.
Bro,
if
what
the
the hell is
Inquisition
going
is
on?
to be believed, then after the sun disappears, many of these worlds will eventually return to business as normal. The strange celestial phenomenon bearing no connection to any of the events the planet had to endure.
My mic is
However,
on.
the Inquisition seems determined to track each one of these visitations.
Oh my goodness. Shadadi. Yeah. Who is this? Yo, why is yo, listen. And again, I don't even indulge into any of these into any of those low vibrational, you know, type of things. But yo, who is this? Snap your fingers. Do you step? You gonna do it all by yourself? Who is this? Yo, is this a real person or are these just like stock footages? Because if these are real people, bro, I want names.
And has worked tirelessly to carefully suppress any official confirmation of the sun's existence. Only time will tell if the Tyrant Star really is the herald of humanity's downfall, or just another instance of unexplained phenomena. Number 4.
The Howling.
The Howling. Throughout 40K's extensive lore, we find little snippets here and there that show us just how horrifying the galaxy really is. There are creatures that lurk in the dark places between stars that are not only ludicrously powerful, but also horrifically malevolent in their intent. The truly baffling thing to me as a 40K fan is that many of these documented sightings of such terrifying entities often equate to little more than a footnote in the Imperium's history, an obscure piece of lore that is given little to no attention. One such instance was known as the Howling, where an alien cyborg psyker of unknown origin, known only as the Cacodominus, demonstrated ludicrously powerful and manipulative.
What the hell is that? Yo, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't even want to insult this thing. Because first of all, I'm not a bully like you guys. Yo, this thing does not look safe. Yo, why does it look wet and slimy? Like, it looks like it was just like, it looked like, oh my goodness. Just thinking about it, like, bro, it gives me nightmares. It looked like this thing would just hover over you as you sleeps. And as soon as you wake up, it just like, but it just one just chunk, head missing. Like, that's what it looks like.
Psychic abilities. It was able to exert complete and utter control over every living thing in a massive area that contained around 1,300 planetary systems.
Damn.
This would make it one of the most powerful psychic entities we have ever witnessed within the physical universe. What sinister purpose it had for dominating the minds of the untold billions of these worlds is currently unknown.
Yo,
but
we
its
twins?
reign of domination would inevitably come to an end when it was slain by the Black Templars in the 34th millennium.
Okay.
Its vengeance would come in the form of an immense psychic backlash, an alien scream that reverberated through the warp, growing in power with every subsequent echo. This creature's psychic death scream was so powerful that it managed to burn out the minds of 1 billion astropaths within its blast radius, and not to mention distort the signal of the Astronomicon itself all the way back on Terra. Millions upon millions of ships were lost in the resulting chaos, and it was said that entire subsectors were completely taken over by rampant barbarism as their societies descended into madness without the wisdom of the Adeptus Terra to guide them. In my research, I've only been able to find a handful of mentions of this event. The first coming from the 5th edition 40K rulebook, and the second coming from the 8th edition Space Marines Codex. Other than that, we're really not given a lot more insight into it. What exactly was this thing? Was it a one-off creation, a freak abnormality, or a harbinger of a viciously powerful yet undocumented xenos species?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This thing is somebody's worst nightmare, man. This thing is a nuisance to society. This thing, man, bro. If you were to drop this thing on Earth, man, that thing is grabbing like 5 Moabs from Modern Warfare 3. I promise you. This is, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This is a danger. This is a danger to all of us, bro. Bro, if this comes down on Earth, bro, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Yo, it's gonna be the first time. It's gonna be the first time. It's gonna be world peace, bro. Because everybody gonna start uniting, bro. It's for real gonna be the United Nations, bro. Every single country gonna unite, and we all gonna point our weapons towards this thing right here, this monstrosity right here. I don't even know how to spell monstrosity. I just learned that word from a girl. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We all gonna point our guns directly at this thing right here. I'm just gonna be like completely real with you, bro. This thing looks like a Wendigo from Until Dawn, but also a tree at the same time. It's kind of huge, bro. It got multiple arms. How is this fair? The thing got multiple arms. It got like a eagle, like an American eagle, just bald eagle like type of beak, like the head. Like, oh no, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a monstrosity. This is scary. This thing making me itch a little bit. Yo, you ever look at something so scary or irritating that like it kind of makes you itch? This is what's going on.
The idea that there could be more of these things out there is truly terrifying to think of. The legend of the Cacodominus does live on through the Black Templars, as they kept its skull as a relic. And if you're a player of the Warhammer 40K tabletop game, you can actually take this relic on one of your Black Templar characters. It confers a stacking negative aura to psychic tests, and makes enemy psychers far more likely to suffer perils of the warp, which I thought was pretty neat. Hopefully this is a plotline that Games Workshop decides to revisit sometime in the future. Number 3. The Disappearance of Fornax Aleph.
Okay.
Fornax Aleph was the site of one of the most unnerving and inexplicable episodes within the Sabbat world's crusade. The Hive world had been determined to be an enemy bastion, one that had a significant fleet reserve and would put up an enormous fight. 9 regiments of the Imperial Guard were set to invade the planet, and it was planned that they would be reinforced by the Iron Snake Space Marine chapter. However, the assault ended up getting delayed twice because of aggressive warp storm activity in the area. Now, these warp storms were so bad that the Iron Snake's battle barges were forced into a 4-month holding pattern. General Elbeth, serving under War Master Slato, was set to command the Imperial Guard units, but his fleets ended up getting scattered by the warp storms, and when he arrived at the planet, he did so with only 1/3 of his complement. To make matters worse, there was no sign of the Iron Snakes that were supposed to be there to support them. Now, Elbeth was a very cautious man, and decided to abort the assault run. The forces he had under his control were certainly nothing to scoff at, but they wouldn't be enough to take an entire hive world single-handedly. He moved his fleets to the outer system and decided to hold there until reinforcements arrived. That being said, he didn't want to waste this opportunity, so he directed a rapid pursuit frigate, the Ziegler, to undertake an intruder pass through the inner system.
Yo, I don't know. I don't even think you guys understand how big these things are, bro. I don't think you like even grasp to understand how big like these ships are. Bro, you got like the Four Seasons Hotel. You got like the 3 Trump Towers inside of like, bro, you can fit every major big building inside of like all these shit. I hope you know that, right? You know how big these ships are, bro? Bro, one of y'all actually said that like the size of these ships are like as big as like in like the state of like Ohio. Y'all said that in like one of the comments. I actually read that, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. Like just looking at it, I can already tell it's big. Like I pause. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God. As a grown man, yo, wow. I really said that. Oh my God, yo, I'm about to get clipped. Oh wow, I'm done. I'm done for. Yo, I'm done.
This would be done
I'm
to
seriously
assess
done
the
for,
enemy's
yo.
strengths and disposition. However, to the general's complete bafflement, the Ziegler encountered zero resistance, and no orbital batteries fired on it, and no ships were launched to engage. The Ziegler even reported that all of the orbital yards were entirely empty of ships, both military and civilian. Most peculiar of all, they detected no electromagnetic activity anywhere on the planet. No Vox substrate, no power industry, no motion of any kind.
No,
The
nothing?
great hives at Fornax Aleph appeared to be empty and dead. General Elbeth believed that maybe the population had retreated to the countryside, so over the next several weeks he would deploy many more cruisers to scout out different parts of the planet. All of them, however, came up empty. There was no life that could be detected anywhere on the planet. Elbeth decided to launch a spearhead force instead of waiting for reinforcements, deploying 2 full regiments of heavy infantry, the 34th and 52nd Fighting Felids. He would also deploy the Vitrian 10th Armored Brigade, which totaled to about 16,000 men and women and 800 fighting vehicles. Much
Damn.
like what happened with the rapid pursuit frigates, they met no resistance. The world was entirely devoid of life. It was as if the vast population had suddenly vanished in an instant.
Wow.
There were half-eaten meals on hab tables, unfinished games of regicide in the street parlors. There wasn't even power, but that was admittedly easily restored, showing no indication of sabotage.
Wait,
if the
what?
planet had been evacuated, there would surely be unmistakable evidence of this.
Yeah.
And if a great plague had taken the population, there would be bodies everywhere. There were, however, no corpses to be found, no burial pits, or any sign of struggle or disaster. The entire population had disappeared.
Okay, now that's actually kind of crazy. So you telling me like all these guys just disappeared like Houdini? Because like you can obviously tell if like people were like rushing out, if everybody was just like thrown onto like school buses or whatever and just shipped out of town or whatever. But like West Hammer just said that there was like no struggle at all. So there was no people panicking. There was no people like everybody's cars were there. Like the buses, cars, everything was intact. Like the entire town was basically just good, but nobody was there. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's actually kind of that's freaky. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's like, so like what happened though? Like did they all just poof, just disappear? Like what happened? Huh?
Without explanation, leaving behind an eerie, vacant world. Unfortunately, the only thing we really have to go on is the transcribed reports that Elbeth gave back to War Master Slato. And those reports indicate that him and the men under his control were incredibly unnerved. Despite the uneasiness they felt, they ended up fortifying their position to wait for reinforcements. The men were getting more and more nervous each and every day, and during the night, they would report the sound of bone-chilling screams of anguish echoing throughout the hive. Despite search efforts, the source of the screaming was never located. On the first day of 758 M41, all transmissions from Elbeth's Liberation Force abruptly ceased. It would be 80 more days after this when the Iron Snakes, who had been delayed by the warp storms, would finally arrive as reinforcements. 300 of them immediately made planetfall and made their way to—
Bro, imagine like you're just waiting for like reinforcements and they don't come through until 80 days later. Oh my goodness.
Elbeth's last recorded position.
Oh my goodness.
It was said that the Iron Snakes were a very serious chapter that were not easily disturbed, but their initial contact back to the War Master Slato lacked their characteristic demeanor. They seemed to be at a loss for words, their report only saying that there was no one here. There was no evidence that Elbeth and his forces had ever been there. If they had fortified a position, it could not be located. Whatever happened to the planet's population had claimed Elbeth and the men and women under his command as well.
Wow.
The Iron Snakes would spend the next month scouring every single inch of the world for clues to what had happened. For the most part, their search came up disappointingly empty, with one exception. Impossibly, A single Lehman Russ battle tank was discovered 80 stories up on the roof of a hab stack. All of the Vox headsets inside were missing, except for the last 30 centimeters of their cords that had been plugged into the outlets. The cords themselves had been severed and somehow fused at a molecular level. The only human remains that were discovered was a single gauntlet, in which a calcified human hand was found still gripping the gearbox lever within the tank. No formal explanation of what happened on this world was ever established, and years later, the planet would be repopulated. Now, thankfully, since then, there have been no mysterious mass disappearances or anything like that.
So wait a minute. Yo. Basically, the people who came through and just like repopulated the entire thing, they basically just got free rent. They basically just got like a free house or like a free car. Hey, I'm down.
But to this day, the population has continued to report unexplained screams in the dead of night.
Yo.
Number 2, the Labyrinth of Thanotep.
Okay.
The Labyrinth of Thanotep is a tesseract labyrinth the size of an entire planet. Now, this infinite prison trammels in being so terrible that not even the necrons dare to enslave them for war. What I just read to you is literally all the information on the labyrinth that exists. It was only ever mentioned briefly within the 9th edition Necron Codex, and then subsequently, never even so much as referenced again. So our imaginations are kind of allowed to run wild with this one.
Okay.
I just want to put it into perspective. Out of all of the terrifying things contained within the labyrinth, the Necrons have deemed them too dangerous to be enslaved for war. This is a faction that literally did just that to their gods, turning against the ctan, shattering them into dozens of fragments, and then subsequently enslaving those fragments and throwing them out on the battlefield like Pokemon.
Wait, they did that to their own gods? Yo, all right, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's kind of calm.
The only difference
That's
between
kinda
the
calm.
Catan
I'll
shards and
admit that.
Pokemon is the Catan have the devastating power to completely sunder reality. Yet, whatever lurks within the depths of the labyrinth has these god killers spooked out of their robot minds. The idea that there could be entities out there far older than the Catan, which are said to be as old as the universe itself, and vastly more powerful than them or even the Chaos Gods, is not that unheard of. As in the novel Godblight, there's an instance where an Eldari Farseer is talking of the Catan. He calls them the gods of the Militarum, and that there are other, more ancient and even more terrible things out there. Whatever the Eldar was referring to may very well be what the Necrons have contained within the labyrinth, but that's just me speculating. We really don't have a lot to go on yet. With a lot of the 40K mysteries that exist, we're able to piece together little bits of information from across decades of contributions to the lore. Now, whether they take the form of full-fledged novels, campaign books, codexes, white dwarfs, or even the various video games and audio dramas that have been released. By piecing all this together, we can slowly work our way towards an answer. A lot of the time, however, something will be mentioned briefly and then not acknowledged again by the authors for years or perhaps even decades, until they decide they're ready to expand upon it. In a little bit more of a meta-contextual analysis of 40K literature, I think that's what we're seeing with the Labyrinth. Since its first mention was only a few years ago, I feel like it's...
Well, listen, when you have a franchise like Warhammer that's so big and vast, you can kind of do that in the sense of like you can have like a person, place, thing, whatever, show up once or like be talked about once, and like people would like know about it, and then like years can go by, and it can just pop up back again, and like and you can like do whatever you want to it. So at the end, I'm not just saying like you can have a character named Yellow. Well, you can though. You can just have like a random, just stupid character. Not stupid, I'm sorry. But like, you can have like a random, like, just dumb character. Let's say like his character was dumb. You can have that person just pop up like in your story or whatever, like 10 years ago. And if your franchise keep going, you can like utilize that character into becoming like something, big, in like the, foreseeable future or in like the present right now. So at the end of the day, like whenever you have like Warhammer, like there's so much lore and so much like, and so many things that like I don't know as like a Warhammer new booty. I mean, technically I'm a new booty, but at the same time, I know some things. Like, bro, I'm still learning something new about this damn franchise every day. Like, bro, this isn't a thing to where it's like a one and done thing. And I'm pretty sure it's like that for like all sorts of like video games and like movies, etc. It's just like, bro, like I'm thinking I know something now. I don't know anything. The moment you think you know something, bro, you don't know. Okay, you might think that you know everything. Nah, buddy, you only know what you were. No. You only know what you chose to know. If you wanted to know everything, you would go back into the past and learn, from start one, not say start one, from step one all the way to now, and even if you are like somebody who like want to start from like the beginning, like whenever it like comes down to like lore of like, video game, Warhammer, etc. Guess what? You're still going to be missing out on something. Like, it is what that's how big Warhammer is.
Something that's being set up for a future expansion, but only time will tell if Games Workshop wants to give us any more information on this admittedly cool and spooky place. Number 1, the Halo devices.
Oh my goodness, great!
The
I think I
Milky
heard
Way
about
galaxy
these.
is impossibly ancient, and from the time of its
Give
inception,
me 1 second.
countless different civilizations have risen and fallen. Most of the species that saw themselves as the would-be inheritors of all of creation ended up falling short and were confined to the halls of extinction. Their great empires succumbing to entropy, every piece of evidence that they had ever even existed eventually crumbling to dust. For some species, however, their great work endured long after the echoes of their existence returned to nothingness. Sometimes these took the form of ancient alien ruins that denied the passage of time and stood defiantly for millions of years. And most of them serve as a superficial reminder that nothing lasts forever, whereas others seem to have been designed with a synthetic malevolence. Perilous devices of inhuman knowledge and unknown purpose that concede corruption, twist the soul, befoul the mind, and profane the sacred human form. One such artifact is what is known by the rogue traders and the Inquisition as the Halo devices, incredibly dangerous constructs of unknown alien origin that have been long forbidden to mankind. Despite the terrifying and dark nature of these constructs, and many would still seek them out for the false gifts they promise. It doesn't matter what terrifying price they demand, as they offer something that all of humanity has craved since we first crawled our way out of the primordial ooze: immortality. The Halo device gets its name from the region of space known as the Halo stars, where they were first discovered. They were found on lifeless alien worlds that orbited dead stars, some resembling smooth talismans, while others are orbs filled with an unknown fluid. There was even one reported case of a Halo device that resembled a living worm-like creature. All of them are glossy and smooth to the touch, and defy analysis by auspex scanners. They are impervious to harm, and despite their impossible age, show no evidence that time has any effect on them. It's generally agreed upon that the worlds in which the devices were found were once part of a great and ancient civilization. But as they left nothing but the devices behind, we really don't know much about them, and perhaps never will. When one of these devices bonds with a human, it will increase their strength, knowledge, and reaction time exponentially. They will be granted youth, vigor, and undying power. But what makes them so horrifying is that this all comes at a terrifying cost.
Oh, yep. Yep, I remember now. These things, y'all, are like so like these Halo devices or whatever, y'all, I remember now. Wow, okay. If you like take one of these things, like they give you benefits right now. In the sense of, like he said, you look way more youthful, whatever, like, and all these other, like, benefits or whatever. But then, bro, when there's a cost, there's always an effect. You see this thing right here that got like 100 teeth like a shark? Man, you get all sorts of chicken pox, all sorts of, bro, you got veins coming out your legs. You got, bro, oh man. Yo, listen to what he about to say. Watch this. Man, the effects are crazy. It's kind of like a sense of like, it's not really the same thing, but like I'm trying to give you guys an idea like of like how it is. It's kind of like a drug, y'all. How like how people be taking like hardcore drugs, how they get that high, they get that that euphoric feeling, and then obviously like it comes as a cost. Some people, man, they be losing all sorts of they be losing their own body and stuff like that, man. It's just crazy.
You see, the device will end up possessing their body and mind,
Watch this.
twisting their thoughts towards strange, deranged thirst. Over time, their life becomes not their own, being completely dominated by the device, like a sick puppet of flesh.
Wow.
Whether or not the disturbing effects the Halo devices seem to have on human beings was by design or simply a byproduct of them integrating with a biological species they were never designed to, is still unknown. If these morbid effects were intentional, then it would indicate that the creators had an evil, callous genius that would put even the homunculi of the Dark Eldar to shame. There was one recorded instance of a Halo device being used by the head of a powerful mercantile house. A Lord Inquisitor would deem the heretic so reviled that his name and all accounts of his deeds were to be expunged from imperial records. When he was discovered, he had become a grotesque fusion of polluted human flesh and xenos artifacts, the later becoming so much part of him that it was impossible to tell where one began and the other ended. He was said to be possessed of unnatural powers and could not die. Now, we don't know much about what exactly he was capable of, but it was said that his sins were so grievous and disturbing to the Inquisition that they ordered the execution of not just him, but of every living person within his house and all of the house's vassals as well. They were so afraid of this guy that his execution came in the form of him literally being thrown into the planetary system's sun.
So y'all know how it'd be like, yo, that guy's a menace, man. Bro, he should be shipped off into the sun. You know, I always say that. Yo, I've never in my life, like, I'd be saying that as like one of my catchphrases or whatever. Yo, they really be shipping off people to the sun? I promise you I didn't know that. Wow.
The transformation induced by a Halo device becomes more pronounced over time and can be separated into 3 distinct phases.
I did not know that.
It takes a few weeks for the device to fully bond with its user's flesh. After that point, there is no way to remove it without killing the host. Their form will rejuvenate to the peak of youth and health. Any physical diseases, deformities, or mutations will be negated, and any part of the body that had been lost, like a severed limb, will miraculously regrow. As their physical body begins to grow more powerful, their mind will start to degrade. At first, they'll...
Because, I mean, bro, it just makes sense. Wait, let me see if my mic is on, because I made that mistake last video. But it just makes sense, bro. If you have like a device, bro, that just automatically, I guess, makes you perfect, bro, you are now breaking, like... You're kind of like... You're breaking, like... Not breaking the limits, but, like, bro, imagine, like, you know, this right here is just cut off. Done. Like, donezo, right? And then, like, automatically, you got, like, this device or whatever to the point to where, bro, like, you can just, like, pop out another arm, like Piccolo from Dragon Ball. Like, bro, you're breaking, like, the natural, I guess, like the natural, like, I don't even know how to put it in words, but, like, you're breaking that. And when you stretch, like, the limits or whatever, like, whenever it comes to you just being perfect or whatever, because I think that device is basically, like, it's trying to make you become perfect in a way, like, make you look way more beautiful. You know, like you said, if you have, like, any type of disease or whatever, it's gone within, like, an instant. And so at the end of the day, like, you're breaking, like, the natural limits of, like, what your body has to offer. You get what I'm saying? So when you break that, bro, it's GG's, bro. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, bro, we're not in English class. Like, bro, it is GG's. Now we're now speaking in Urban Dictionary. We're now speaking in Gen Z, bro. Bro, no cap, it's GG's. It's done.
Realize that they no longer find pleasure in normal sensory stimuli.
Done.
They lose their sense of smell.
I'm sorry to keep pausing it. Dopamine, gone. What that thing? The dopamine, I said the dopamine. The dopamine receptors, man, those things are off the charts. GG's.
And food will begin to taste like ash in their mouth.
Oh
the
my
hosts
God.
will begin to suffer violent mood swings, and as time progresses, they will find that they no longer require a full night's rest, only a few hours of sleep every couple of weeks. In
couple of weeks, I will be a damn zombie. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, obviously, I make like a lot of videos, so I will say I don't really have like the best, like, you know, sleep schedule. I gotta work on that. But bro, a couple hours a week is nasty work, nigga. Bro, I will be a damn zombie. I will be a damn zombie, bro. A couple hours a day, that's horrible. That's still bad, but at the same time, at least you got like a little charge to you. You got like a little buzz to you. Bro, a couple hours a week. Bro, you can't even like function. You can't even talk at that point. Oh my goodness.
which they will be haunted by terrifying alien dreams
Am I
of
good, y'all?
strange dead cities beneath dark stars.
I think I'm good.
Phase 2 happens after a period of a couple of years, where the device will have fully implemented itself into the host's body, becoming partially absorbed at a cellular level. The point on their body where the device originally made contact will have been healed over by new skin. The initial bonding location will twist with hardening scar tissue, resembling something like a tough exoskeleton of an insect. By this point, the host's muscular and skeletal systems will have twisted in such a way that they are inhumanly fast, strong, and resilient. They no longer sleep at all, eat or drink normal food.
Oh my
but
God.
as their mind descends further into the Halo device's synthetic madness, they will begin to develop strange addictions and insatiable hungers.
Oh my God.
In order to keep up their appearance and strength, these hungers will have to be regularly indulged.
Oh my. Yo, man, I thank the Lord, bro. Let me just say a quick prayer, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh man, like sometimes where you ever look at something and be like, "Oh my, bro, thank God." You know what, man? Like a couple, like 20 minutes ago, I thought I was like the ugliest person or the biggest person or the whatever. But then like you look at something way worse and you're like, thank God, bro. Like there's still an opportunity for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that in the like I'm not clowning this guy or whatever. But like, bro, just imagine, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm scratching myself. Like,
They will begin to grow increasingly unstable and sickly. These addictions can come in the form of spending long isolated periods in total darkness, or immersion in solar radiation. Their hunger can take a lot of different forms, but most commonly, it comes in the need to feast on human flesh,
oh my
the
goodness.
drinking of blood and cranial fluids. Their minds will further contort to the point where their memories begin to be replaced with those of things they have never witnessed, such as strange alien civilizations, insights into heretical lore, and unknown languages. There are even some reports that if a person at this phase ends up getting killed, but their body was not completely destroyed at the cellular level, they, over time, will resurrect, as they begin to stitch themselves back together. In the few instances this was documented, the individual was driven into full-blown insanity. Phase 3 occurs after a host has been in contact with the device over multiple decades. At this point, there is no longer any separation between the user and the Halo device. They still resemble a humanoid, but their humanity has been completely stripped away. Now, documented individuals that have proceeded to this stage are noted as having a corpse-like flesh, burning eyes, distorted gaunt features, armor-like hides, and even fingers that have fused into long talons
Oh
of
my
exposed
goodness.
bone. Their strength will have advanced to the point where the host can rip a full-grown man's head clean from their shoulders with barely any effort. A host in Phase 3 is said to be able to survive the void of space and can regenerate from death remarkably quickly. Their mind that had once been bordering the whirlpool of madness has now completely descended into insanity. It is no longer the mind of a singular entity, but an unholy union of deranged intellects. If a rogue trader was so inclined to seek these devices out and sell them under the counter, each one would fetch an absolutely exorbitant price.
I'm gonna be out, yo, real quick. This is one drippy jacket. Man, this jacket right here, yo, I'm gonna keep it completely honest with you. Man, bro, I'm copping this, bro. This is a nasty jacket. Look at this with the red interior. Oh my goodness, you got the red with the gold like metals and oh man, like this is woo. Yo, man, I'm walking, bro. If I was to ever wear something like this, bro, man, I would have every single girl in my radius, bro, automatically attracted to me like a magnet, bro, sticking right to me.
As the rumors of these devices mostly begin and end with the promise of eternal youth, due to the Inquisition's relentless efforts to cover up their existence. If a would-be buyer does know anything of their more terrifying side effects, they may view this as a price worth paying.
Can I keep it real? She looks kind of scary. Yo, you ever look at a girl, right? You ever look at a girl and like she looks beautiful, whatever. Like she looks cute, but then they're like, yo, like, but then like there's something about her that just scares you. Like you would think that she looks cute, right? Like she looks like pretty, right? I don't know. Maybe it's the eyes, bro. Maybe it's the eyes. I don't know what, bro. But something about this image right here, kind of, it's very eerie to me. Like there's no there's no smile. Like you get like I don't know what it's about, bro. Something about this image right here is throwing me off, bro. There's something about this is throwing me off. Like, yeah, she looks pretty, whatever. Oh, pretty dress, gloves, whatever. Da 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 da. Oh, makeup, cute, right? But like looking at this, I don't know, bro. There's something about this picture that's a little eerie. Maybe it's like the way like she's looking at us right now. Like y'all see this, right? Yo, is she like? Yo, it's something. Yo, you see what I'm seeing too? I think, yo, you get what I'm. She looks a little eerie, yo. I don't know.
However, the trade of these things is not only utterly illegal, but an unforgivable heresy. The Inquisition views the Halo device.
All right, now I'm gonna be honest with you. Now this right here, yo. Hey, she doesn't look scary at all.
As an immediate threat to the Imperium stability. and thus has declared war on them and anyone who has ever even remotely come into contact with the blasphemous alien technology. They constantly scour the Calexis sector for any rogue traders that would attempt to secure them or sell them in underground markets. Anyone found to have come into contact with a Halo device will be eradicated without mercy. As the years go by, more and more of these devices are unearthed, and how many of them are currently out there in circulation is currently unknown.
You mean Terra, right? You mean Terra, right? That's like Earth in Warhammer. You mean Terra, right? Because the way he's... Yo, you made it seem like this was real. Like...
But considering the
Yo, Wes,
Inquisition
you mean
has
Terra,
so far
right?
been unsuccessful at containing their plague of madness, it seems like an undeniable conclusion that they will eventually spread throughout the entirety of the Imperium, and the amount of damage they'll be able to do is incalculable. And that was 5 of the creepiest and most...
Shout out to Wes Hammerman for this banger video, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys go check out Wes Hammer in the description down below. Other than that, oh, by the way, make sure you guys follow my Twitch. That's enough plugs for today. Also, okay, I'm sorry. Other than that, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to see you guys later for the next one I'm out. I'm about to actually do the GTA video. It's in 15 minutes. The actual Take-Two interactive conference call is in 15 minutes. I'm about to do that video. I cannot wait. Yeah. Bye, everyone.